Louis Bugnet, bred by George Bugnet in 1960 and named in honor of a family member. Louis Bugnet is an extremely healthy rose. It is frost hardy down to zone 2, and it never gets a black spot or rust or most diseases because it is in the rugosa hybrid family, so it has a lot of rugosa DNA, which makes it extremely healthy. The fragrance on this rose is about a 7.5 out of 10. It has a really powerful old rose fragrance that's really sweet, and there's not a lot of complexity per se, but it's a strong, really sweet old rose fragrance. Now, the points that I want to subtract a bit from Louis Bugnet is the fact it suckers a bit, and also the fact that it can grow quite tall. It can grow to like 1.5 meters tall. It's still a beautiful shaped bush, but it can get quite tall, and you have to remember that it is in the rugosa family, so it wants to sucker a bit. One thing I find absolutely fascinating about this Canadian rose is the color change. The bud starts out very pink, and then as it opens it slowly fades to white, and as it gets older it gets more and more white. So really you have an interesting effect for storytelling, because this makes it instantly unique, and I have to score it higher on storytelling. As you can see here, it fades to really white. As normal, we are ranking on 5 categories: health, fragrance, form, flower, and storytelling. You can read under each what they're about. And each category can give a max of 10 points. And 50 is exceptional, and below 10 is very bad. We are scoring Louis Bugnet 10 out of 10 on health. As you remember, hardness zone 2, no disease, extremely vigorous. Fragrance is a 7.5 out of 10. You have that old rose fragrance that's really strong and pleasant. And then you have the form. The form I have to subtract a bit for suckering, and also the height at 1.5 meters. For flowering, I'm also subtracting a bit because the flowers, like typical rugosas, are not always the most impressive. They shadow and they're kind of wild. For storytelling, you remember the color shifting and the pink, really beautiful, and I have to rank it higher on storytelling than a normal rugosa simply because of that unique change. Stick her into a plastic container to avoid the suckering, and give her space so she can really breathe, and you will avoid all the downsides. So 39.5 points, a very good rose, and it's well deserved for Louis Bugnet. With over 400 roses, there's hundreds of more rose reviews coming up, so if you don't want to miss them, hit subscribe now.